Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Subletts. Missouri, Texas. Yeah. You love. Hi, guys. Hello, everybody. Ooh. It's Wednesday already, y'all. Definitely doesn't feel like Wednesday. Ooh. Welcome to this week's show. This week's topic is PCOS. We don't have a special guest this week, so it's just us. Okay. So, guess we can get right into weekly highlights. You can go first.
I don't have a weekly highlight this week.
So your speech was a highlight for you? No? Okay.
Not really. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of got a lot going on, so I don't have a weekly highlight this week.
I can see this is a short show. So, well, my weekly highlight, I guess for those who have seen, I've been posting more reels this week, so I've definitely been trying to just not be so anxious, I guess, and nervous about posting content. So yeah, just definitely stepping out of my element and doing things that I wouldn't normally do. Because believe it or not, being in front of the camera is very awkward for me. So yeah, I mean, people who know me, in person, I'm like a great people person. I'm super lively, I have a lovely personality. But the moment you put a camera on, it's like stage fright or something. And I've always been that way. I've always been really weird about being in front of cameras, recording myself, and all kinds of things like that. So this being in this business definitely is changing that. So hopefully, I can continue doing that and not psych myself out like I usually do. So yeah. Hey, Cutter.
What's going on, Cutter?
That's my other highlight. Getting to see you guys over the weekend. That was great. I love you guys. Every time I see you, it's always love. We always have a great time. I didn't have any
for the turn up.
I didn't have any Oklahoma special this weekend, so I was kind of bummed about it. But that's okay because I know you guys had 1,700,000 things to do. So I'm really glad that I got to see you. Y'all's event was awesome. Black Wall Street rally was awesome. So yeah, it's my highlight for the week. Okay. I'm so tired, you guys. I made the mistake of saying that I would work when I came back from Tulsa. I don't know why I did that, but I've been tired since. I feel like I'm behind trying to catch up on energy and sleep and everything else that I need to do. So it has definitely been a long week already, and it's only Wednesday.
I can agree with that.
But I chose this topic this week.
There she go with that silliness. So silly.
I chose this week's topic, PCOS, because I'm actually in a group on Facebook, and it's a support group for PCOS. I don't have PCOS, so they say. I've been tested. I've had all kinds of blood work done. I've had a biopsy of my ovaries done. I've had all kinds of different things done on this journey to having a baby, and it's been like 8 years since I've been on this journey. About almost 8 years. So I've seen different fertility specialists. I've done all kinds of things, and I was successful in getting pregnant once, and then I had a miscarriage. And so over the last couple of years, I just had some interesting things going on with my body that I wasn't really sure of why, like the absence of a menstrual cycle. I went an entire year without having one, and I really think it was due to stress, but I still had like blood work done. I still went to the doctor and I still did all these things just to make sure everything else is okay, to make sure like I didn't have ovarian cancer or
Mhm.
fibroids or anything like that. And I don't have any of those things. And so I was told that I didn't have PCOS, but it's still something that affects a lot of women. Um, and there's a lot of different, symptoms and things that go into PCOS other than just infertility. I mean, there's facial hair, your hormones are severely imbalanced. And a bunch of other things. So in this group, they really, support one another and they educate each other on like ways to eat better, um, ways to exercise. They even help with like trying to conceive with PCOS. There's a number of women that are actually in the group that are becoming pregnant and things like that. And so it's awesome how they celebrate each other's, wins, let's say that, but they also really are encouraging at the low points too. They really try to support one another. And so I thought this would be a fitting topic because I don't think it's talked about enough. And I don't think that women are really educated, on different things when it pertains to PCOS. Because I mean, it can happen to any woman. You don't have to be black or white or,
Yeah.
Mexican, or it could be any woman. And so I know for me in school, going through science and all these different things, you learn about the bare minimum when it comes to reproductive health or, women's health in general. You hear the basics like heart issues or, arthritis or, but things that really, breast cancer,
Hmm.
talk a lot about breast cancer,
Yeah.
but just outside of that, there's a lot of things that I guess we don't get the education on.
Hmm.
And so then when it comes up in the news or you run across an article about it or you meet someone who has it or someone on your friends list has it or someone or something, you're like,
Yeah.
never heard of that or let me do my research. So I really thought that just doing this episode, and to be honest, like I think I could be more educated about it. There's a lot of things that I still don't know about it. But just starting the conversation, so it's a continued conversation that women, we do our research, we listen to our bodies, we do these different things to educate ourselves because when we go to these doctors' offices, we expect them to give us an answer or we expect them to know everything. But if we don't have a clue ourselves, they can tell us anything. They can tell us anything and we're going to believe it because you're supposed to be the person that went to school for these things. You're supposed to know, how to keep me healthy or how to teach me to be healthy or whatever. But if I don't have any education of my own or even a little idea, like you really could pull a wool over my eyes.
Hmm.
Like, what if somebody would have told me that I did have some extravagant disease, I'd never have a baby, or I'd have to have surgery and get my uterus removed because of XYZ. And I did it, but they may not have been the case.
Right.
How do you go back from that? And I've run across a lot of different stories where women have received less than excellent care in these hospitals and by these doctors. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be one race or one culture or anything, but it just kind of depends. Like, if you can't advocate for yourself, who's going to do it?
Right.
If you don't have the knowledge or the information for yourself to at least have some understanding, you could be out here putting all kinds of poison in your body because you have a headache or your period was off
Hmm.
or and really it could be stress or maybe you need to exercise more, maybe you need a better diet, maybe you need to start taking vitamins or XYZ. But if you aren't actively a part of your health journey, I'll say that, then it doesn't really matter what these doctors say because all they're going to do is say you need to take this medication
Right.
or you need to have this
Or
procedure.
reduce this.
Yeah, or you need to stop doing this, or and then it's just ways to build your insurance, or it's about making money. And I'm not going to say all doctors are like that because they're not. But you won't be able to really take your health into your own hands until you just start researching things. Like, even if you don't have it, what if you know somebody that does?
Yeah.
And it seems like more and more things like PCOS or diabetes or um, mental health issues, all these things are becoming more prominent in this day and age. And it's like, but why?
I think people are just more open about talking about it as opposed to it being a secret,
Mm-hmm.
especially if there's a support group for PCOS. I'll say I started my PCOS journey in 2004. I was told that I did not have PCOS. That's when there was an increase in facial hair. My periods became irregular. Shortly before that, excuse me, um, I did do the test. What is it? The ovary test, where they went inside and they checked the follicles. I think on one of my ovaries, I did have some follicles. I've had periods where my periods did not come; they were gone for like a year or two. And then there was a year that it just, oh my goodness, it just poured for like 10 months. So just, I guess, really try to understand what my body is doing, how it's doing, having the velvety neck. My grandmother used to scrub my neck and telling me my neck was dirty. And in all actuality, I just have the dark velvety neck. Um, and that was even as a child, the weight in the middle, all the things, the signs of diabetes, without having diabetes or without having PCOS. So that's why I tell people I've never been pregnant. Um, and that's why I really don't have a position on abortion because I've never been faced with pregnancy. And I don't know if it's due to PCOS or just some type of infertility issues. I'm definitely at the age where I'm okay with not having a baby at this point. But that was a journey that I started in 2004, and I remember going, and they just, oh no, you're fine. Okay, well, I guess I'm fine. And just kind of dealt with it like that. My mother was the one that really kind of pushed it and made me go shoot for at least 2 or 3 years. Check an infertility doctor. I mean, I have had blood work done multiple times, and then there was, excuse me, we realized that I had an increase in testosterone. So then, did that have something to do with it? So just trying to figure out the different measures of my health and my body. But like I said, I think mental health, PCOS, diabetes, those things are more commonly talked about. Like I knew my grandmother had diabetes. Both grandmothers had diabetes. My mom's mother and her stepmother, they both had diabetes, but it wasn't really talked about. So my cousin, she's younger than us, and she's been diagnosed with diabetes as an adult, but at a young age. So she experiences the same thing, the velvety neck, the weight around the middle, just the different skin things that come with diabetes. But she also may have some issues with infertility. So, like I said, it's more talked about now. I guess we have to talk about it. We have to be okay with diabetes. And so in our family, just because my cousin is faced with it, so maybe being faced with, having the support of the ladies in the Facebook group for PCOS, having the support of other ladies that are trying to get pregnant and go through the infertility stage is a really good thing for them. So I think that's dope that
I
group
mean,
is
like,
there.
even like I have had X-rays done of my uterus. I've had the ultrasounds done, like the internal ultrasound. I've done all that. I've had all kinds of things done, and I actually, before I got pregnant the first time, I went to it was a neighborhood clinic that I used to go to when I lived in Addison. And there, like, it was like a rotation of doctors. So if you went in one time, you might have seen one doctor. You might not have saw them again if you went the next time. So I always had like a different person when I went. And this particular time I went, I was in my first marriage, and we had decided that we were going to be serious about trying to have a baby. And so I went and I was trying to see if there was like any medication that I had to take, or like what were the steps that I had to take being in a homosexual marriage and how to go about that. And the doctor told me, "You're too fat. Maybe your wife should carry the baby."
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was the answer I got.
I know lots of fat people that get
Right, and
pregnant.
that was my thought
So
too.
that's
And
different.
so they gave me medication to take to try to lose weight, and then I ended up not taking it because I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like I'm not. I guess in science terms, I would be considered morbidly obese, but everybody knows that those charts are not fit for this everyone.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not gonna be 112 pounds. That's nuts. But I mean, I know that, as far as like healthy eating habits and exercise and things like that, I know how important those are. But just for him to flat out give me this answer, one, I felt some kind of way because he was a heterosexual white male. You know what I'm saying? So for you to just say, "Oh no, you're too fat. Maybe your wife should carry," like it really did something to my self esteem. It really did something to like my mental when it came to trying to have a baby. And so in terms, I probably ended up doing things that I shouldn't have did for that reason. But I think that's when I really got serious about just kind of trying to read up on different things and look at different, methods when it comes to having kids, or what reproductive health should be and how to maintain and just these different things, because like I didn't want the next person to give me that same answer and I just blindly take it like, oh okay,
Yeah.
like maybe I need to take these medications because you said I'm overweight, blah blah blah. No, I don't accept that. So I definitely am very proud that it's more talked about now.
Yeah.
Being in that group, I've learned a lot of different things, and then like just going on TikTok and seeing different people talk about their journey. There's so many women with facial hair who before probably was covering it up, who was cutting it off, who was X Y Z. But and you know what? So what? It's not normal. Well, it's not normal to other people. You know what I'm saying? But that's their normal. That's
Right.
what their everyday life is. And who says that they have to change a part of them because somebody thinks it's weird or it does? It's not what they're attracted to. And there's someone for everyone.
Yeah.
And if a person really loves you, it doesn't matter how much hair you have on your face or, discoloration of your skin or anything like that. Like it shouldn't matter. And so I'm really happy to see women living in their truth and really trying to educate one another. So yeah. Okay. Have I ever told you that?
No. No, you see, I'm all looking like.
At the time of my life, I don't really talk about too much.
I know.
A lot of things happened during that period of time, but I guess life goes on.
Yeah, I know. And I told you everything.
I mean, you tell me new things all the time.
I do?
Yeah. Oh. I mean, that's the whole part of growth and conversation. Like, if I told you everything in the beginning, what would we talk about?
Nothing. We'd be bored by that. So, okay. Well, I did not know about this PCOS journey. I just knew the struggle with infertility, but I didn't know it to this degree. You had never talked about it in depth like this, so. Yeah.
I'm trying to do better with being open about my life experiences. There's so much in the short.
I could understand.
5 years.
I could understand 27 points. You're definitely past the 0.5.
I'm holding on to the 0.5.
She's definitely past the 0.5.
I'm holding on to the 0.5.
She may be at the 0.75.
No, I'm holding on to the 0.5.
You're definitely at the 0.75. It's okay. I still love you. 28? No. What? I do. Y'all, I'm crazy. So I went and got another job. I got a part-time gig. And it's super dope. And I get to do computer research and I get to, learn from this job. So I have now two jobs and a side hustle, um, a little bitty side hustle, and it's a part-time job, and then what we already do. So we're still, getting our personal life stabilized. I know a lot of people are like, well, y'all should cook at this, and y'all should cook at that, but we're definitely getting our personal life stabilized. I think we had a great conversation today about how we move forward. We seem to always have these conversations now, which is actually good. I think it's helpful to stay reminded, that we're going to get it together. It's just not a rushed process. I think I was encouraged by Uncle Juice. One time he was like, we were talking about what we're trying to figure out what to do next, besides just the tent setup. And he's like, it's a process. It's a process. He's like, take it from me. It's a process. And, and I don't know what he's been through or what, advice he could give, but I appreciate him just, encouraging us and to continue and saying that it's a process and don't stop. We actually talked about that yesterday about the different people that have encouraged us along the way not to stop what we're doing. They know what's going on, or they may not know, or and now we really don't have anything going on at this point, besides
other than being black and hot in Texas.
Yes, because it's definitely hot.
Yes.
But I think for the most part, everybody's encouragement of what we do, everyone's encouragement of how we're progressing forward. Like I said, y'all definitely have taught us what y'all want from us, and I appreciate that. And so we're just trying to figure out how to package it and get it back going once the personal life is settled in the next few weeks. Then we will definitely be back outside for the outside.
For the outside.
Yes, for the outside. So, yeah, this probably will be a short live. I didn't know we didn't have a guest. I would have.
No, well, so actually,
I guess I would have invited someone. Were they? Did they have?
Well, we had a guest,
but
yes, she had to reschedule it. So I reached out to another young lady that I actually used to work with years ago, and she actually is in school to become a doula. And she suffers from PCOS, and she's actually in the support group. I think she invited me to the group, which is how I got into it.
Okay.
And so I had reached out to her to see if she was available to do the show because I knew that she could give a lot of insight and things, but she didn't respond to me, so I don't know if she saw the message in time. But I know she's had a lot of things going on, so I hope to one day have her on the show because I think she'll really have a lot of helpful information. And I'm trying to think, was there another person? I might have just been her. It's been an interesting week. Like all of my days have melded together, so I almost forgot
since we came back from Tulsa. Man, when I tell y'all I slept because we did not sleep in Tulsa, but I think we definitely napped. I definitely had 3 hours of sleep the first night and 3 hours and 47 minutes of sleep the next night. So I definitely slept from the time I came home until the next morning, and I'm still not back together. Let me just say, I miss traveling. I miss motorcycling.
Yeah.
I miss all the time. I miss like we did last year. I don't miss running around raggedy and crazy, but I do miss all of those things. But like I said, we've been trying to just, get things back stable personally. But I'm grateful that we are able to be around people that, treat us decent and well. I didn't feel any qualms about this weekend. Like this weekend was dope. Like I said, I don't have a weekly highlight just because I'm kind of saving the Tulsa, Oklahoma thing.
I just knew that was going to be the first thing you talked about.
No, not today. I just got a lot on my mind, y'all. But I'm kind of saving it for a topic of conversation maybe we will have in the next few weeks. So about my grandfather. So that's something And I didn't want to talk about it in Tulsa. I didn't want to really talk about it on the show either, because I wanted to make sure, we.
Hey, girlfriend of the wife.
Hey, direct. I was going to call her Miss Ann, Lord Jesus. But like I said, I just want to kind of save that for a conversation with my mother on the show.
Oh, your mom's coming on the show?
Yeah, for that night. She's going to come on. We're going to stream her in, and she's going to talk about the good things. So, yeah. Yeah. But I just don't know when that'll be. Okay. So, we'll just talk about Tulsa all together.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I definitely did not get no sleep. So, team no sleep, y'all count the shots go. It's crazy because all the women that were there, and we did not get to see them. Like all the women. Who is that? What'd she say? She's what? She's late, but she's here. And what? Oh, baby daddies. Is that what she said? Oh, yes. And how's my boy? 2 years old.
He's 3 feet tall.
Yes, he was
at 2 years old.
He was 3 feet tall when he came. Remember, he was Remember, he was hanging at her knees when she was holding him.
3 feet tall.
Okay, but he was hanging at her knees when she was holding him at 10 months old. So what'd you think he was not gonna be?
Lord,
yes.
He's gonna be tall tomorrow.
Girl, he is, and she's still gonna be ready to beat him up. Like if he say something crazy to her. Yes. So what was I talking about before I started talking about the little baby? DJ is so cute. The little high yellow baby with the gap. That's what we talking about. Our little godson. He's definitely a hugsy, very touchy-feely one. So that's very different from me. What'd she say?
She said he's running in circles, about to get dropped. Don't do it.
No, let him tucker himself out.
Right, let him tire himself out. He'll be sleeping about 10 minutes.
Man, we know how he do. Then he want to be. That's when he gets touchy-feely and all over your arms and stuff. But what was I saying for dinner?
I don't.
You don't remember? I don't remember.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? Did I tell you I got to see Candy when we were at the rally?
Yes, I saw her too. Her lashes were off the chain. She had like the extra lashes, but they wasn't fuzzy. So thank God for that. But they had no, the ones that these girls be looking like. What is the Snuffleupagus? Yes, she didn't have those ugly ones. She had the very pretty ones that were sleek, but they had not studs on them, sequins. What are they called? They had little diamonds on them, but they were so cute. Yeah, she had a cowboy hat on and a Harley clothes. Yeah, it was cute.
I don't think we're talking about the same Candy.
Candy, we're talking about our sister Candy.
No, we're not.
Who is Candy?
The other Candy. With the same name as you. We did our podcast a couple months ago.
Oh, Candyology Candy. Yes. She was in Tulsa?
Yes.
When?
She had a booth. She was selling her
I did not know. Why didn't you say something?
I did tell you. I
thought you was talking about our sister Candy, and then she walked up on us.
All right, but I can't think of bedroom
Candy. Yes.
Yeah, so she had a booth.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I looked over real fast and I saw it. I was like, oh, so I went and gave her a hug. We were on our way. We were trying to find the stage the first time we went to the long stage.
Y'all, I failed. So go to my TikTok at Candace Sublett, Candace Sublett. Go to my TikTok, maybe 2 videos back, maybe 3. And I was walking, trying to find the stage, y'all. I was walking on the concrete. As soon as I hit the grass, I hit a whole ankle. Boot buckle.
I wasn't even gonna bring that up.
Oh yeah, I fell. Everywhere I go, I fall. And I was
recording
sober. Yes, so that's why it's on there. So she said, Lord. So yes, I was sober. And, excuse me, and it was during the day, but I definitely fell. So I fall everywhere I go. It's my mama and my wife say it's my boots. I don't know what it is. I think it's user error too, because I've been falling before I had these boots. So I tried to tell my mother that, but whatever. So yes, I fell at the Tulsa rally and I was not drunk and I probably embarrassed myself. So go check out the TikTok.
I don't know if anyone saw it. No one was paying attention. So if they did see it, it was after you fell because you yelled out as you were going down.
Well, yeah, I went shit.
They definitely didn't see you fall.
Oh.
They probably saw the aftermath of you
and me trying to get up, and then my pants were so hot. And she laughing at me.
Yes.
Girl, that man, we didn't know what. And the problem, see, this is why I missed the stage. So we gonna blame this on K Solo Dorada. He is the reason why I missed the stage. Because at the moment we were coming down the sidewalk, I did not see the stage to my left. I saw this man in all black and all this heat, looking like me in all black and all this heat, pull up. In this case, Soto Dorado with his crew. And so he's pulling up, and I'm like, hey, give him a hug, but I'm walking. Got to be conscious of the time or whatever. But yeah, that's why I missed the stage, totally. Because I took a detour into the middle to go say hi to K Solo. So I'm glad he remembered who I was. So thank you, Jesus.
If you would have took a detour,
wouldn't
have fallen.
I probably would not have fallen because I would have seen the stage, and then I would have went right over to the stage. So, yeah.
Oh boy.
I know. That's my life. So, like I said, things are not bad. So we not bad. So they're not good, but they're not bad. So.
I mean, all things considering, I think they're pretty good.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Let me just tell y'all. Sometimes I know people may think my advocacy, why I care about world peace, and not really world peace, but more so just things that you don't know people are going through. I post about the motorcycle ride for suicide that's coming up this summer, July 23rd. Jazar Moore's Hear My Cry Foundation, because we experienced someone close to us whose family member passed from suicide. I'm forever encouraging my nieces and nephews, and and I just woke up yesterday, and y'all can see my ugly cry live on Facebook.
I definitely wasn't prepared.
You what? I wasn't either. I was trying to get in the shower.
I was literally sitting on the toilet, and I was like, "She went live today," so I'm watching it live, and I was like, "Oh!" And you started crying. I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, my cousin. She lost a lot of people on her dad's side in the last probably 2 or 3 years. And so it's been very hard for her dealing with death. And then her little brother would be 30 tomorrow. I thought it was today.
Speaking of, happy birthday to my sister. Today is her birthday.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday.
Oh, she turned 27.
Oh, okay. And then Foxy's birthday is today. And the True Pearls, her birthday is today. She turned 50. Foxy. And then one of our club brothers, his birthday is today. So
wow.
My old sponsor, I woke up and was like, my old sponsor's birthday is today. So yeah. So I'll tell him happy birthday when I see him. I wanted to text him, but believe me, my zeal for the day actually got taken away. But back to what I was saying about the suicide. You never know what people got going on. You have to be mindful. And Thundercat said it on her live earlier. You be mindful of what people, of what you say, how you do. And of course, I had to comment a little bit, my own experiences and staying encouraged. Hey, Tanisha, have my little baby. See, that made me feel good. So Tanisha's Soraya's mama, my nephew's daughter's mom, oldest daughter's mom, excuse me. But you just never know kind of what people are dealing with, how they deal with things. There has been an increase in the numbers of, who was talking about suicide the other day? I think I may have been even watching a live of, people hurting themselves. I know that there was some concern with me talking about, advocating for domestic violence. Because people deal with domestic violence. Oh yeah, my little cousin. So you just never know what people got going on. And so you have to be mindful and understanding health. Like actually this weekend, the reason why I did not ride my motorcycle to Tulsa is because my blood pressure has been out of control. And I probably would have passed out on my bike from the heat or from whatever. That is a health issue that I've been dealing with for 6 years. It's something that actually just kind of got more out of control in the last few months, and I'm just really trying to get a handle on it. It's really hard to understand. Like I said, that's what I said about my cousin when she had the one with diabetes. Understanding that these are things that you just kind of have to deal with. So for someone, a tablet and ride our bike to Tulsa, first off, y'all, let me be very honest with you. It was 4 hours. Just like Pastor Logic said, don't get out here and acting like you pounded. You give me an 8 to 10 hour ride, like that's about my best, and the most I can do without being a Grinch on the other side. To me, that's a pound. That's a ride. So I thought it would be best for my health and the sake of the people that were going with us, so they would not waste their money, because now I'm at the hospital because of my high blood pressure. Even though I'm taking medication and really trying to get it under control, you just never know how people are handling those things. So when you say things or do what you want or say what you want, or are treating people in a certain way, you never know that they're carrying their parents. You never know that they're carrying, I know some people whose parents are aging. And so now Alzheimer's and dementia is an issue, or how they take care of their, heart, or, just the different things that people got going on. So I just challenge everyone to be mindful, respectful of people. Um, Today has been a very hard day for me. And I just can't even talk about one. Maybe tomorrow, because I don't want to be all boohoo crying like I was yesterday. And then my baby, he would be 30 tomorrow. So I just, yeah, didn't even make it to 4. So, I'm sorry I got the onions cut in here, because I know Cut Up always says that I make people cry, and I don't try to.
It's just reality.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have met so many people who are okay with living in a fantasy life, or
Yeah.
like real life doesn't happen.
Yes,
and it does.
Yeah.
Real life happens every single day. And you have to be mindful of how real life may be impacting the next person.
Yeah.
You just never know what a person is going through. You never know what their life is outside of when you see them. Like, we had this conversation yesterday. We are a part of a community. We go out, we love on people when we see them.
Yeah.
We have a good time, and we hee hee ha ha, and then we go home.
Yeah.
But when you go home, you don't know what people's life is like at home. You don't know what they're dealing with. You don't know the things that they're going through. You don't know what their state of mind is like. The luxury of being a part of the motorcycle community, when you come out, you have the opportunity to be whoever you want to be.
Right.
Everything that's going on with you, you can leave that at home if you choose to. You can have a whole different name if you want to. You can have a whole different identity if you want to. You literally can have a separate life if you choose to, and that can be your getaway from the things that you deal with every single day. But that's great. But how well do you really know these people that you go out and hee and ha with? Yeah. How well do you know their grandchildren? Do you know their children? Do you know their government name?
Right.
If something happens to them, do you know who to call? Do you know that they were unhappy the day before? Do you know that they were contemplating harming themselves? Do you know anything about them other than what you see when y'all pull up to this spot, hug each other, and go in and have a drink? What do you know outside of that?
Right.
We went 6 months of being homeless, went out and saw the people that we see all the time, loved on them, and we were ourselves the same that we were before we were homeless. Yeah. You know how many people didn't have a clue?
Yeah.
And it's not to say that you were supposed to.
No, because you're living your life.
Right. Like, it's not something to advertise. Yes. Like that was a life moment that happened to us, and obviously we got through it.
Yeah.
But that just shows you, like, how well do you know the people that you surround yourself with? Like, it's got to be more than just getting drunk or
yes,
or whatever.
So much more.
Like, It's supposed to be brotherhood and sisterhood and this and this. How do you call somebody a sister that's never been to your house? Never been around your
Or they've
kids,
been to your house.
never, hold on.
Yeah.
Because even the ones that have come to your house, they may not be a sister either. They just
No.
need them. You know how many people were cool with us in a moment, and then when things went a different way, so did they.
Yeah.
Like,
fell off quick.
family is supposed to be the ones that stick together, the
Yeah.
ones that are there for you, the ones that are, you know, not to say they got to pick you up when you're down, but have some words of encouragement, have some kind of support. It's supposed to be a support system.
Yeah.
Like, if you only can be there when we out having a good time, and you're an associate.
Yeah. Or you can only like social media posts, or you can, you know, like Cut Up said, let it go. We're here for you. Like, that's family.
Yeah.
Like, we will forever do Lone Star Rally with the Oklahoma ladies. Like, that's just what it's going to be. Like, I don't know. Y'all just going to have to get in behind them. That's what it's going to be. Oklahoma got Lone Star Rally. But, and it was weird because of all the people that had left us. So by the time they came, it was so weird being in a family setting with people outside of my family again because of the distrust, because of the BS or whatever the case may be. Like, I didn't even know something about one of the Oklahoma ladies till she told me yesterday.
You mean you are a part of our real lives? Because ain't you coming up here?
Hopefully in 2 weeks, ma'am.
In 2 weeks.
Please and thank you. If you got the, she said she gonna jump on her bike and
Come
go.
on.
Come on.
Come on with
Leave
it.
early in the morning because it might be hot. We'll make sure somebody's here to open the door for you. You can pull up on Mama, whichever one. She around the corner. But like I said, you just never know what people got going on. I'm just so distraught. And I'm not distraught like I knew people, you know, or I knew someone as close as I did. I'm distraught because the work that I try to continue to do, it's not always supported and welcome. And 2 years in a row, we have supported domestic violence awareness. You know, and just in hearing people, oh, well, I wouldn't put up with that, or oh, no, I put up with domestic violence, and my father has never done that to my mother, and I did. I put up with it. I got scared. I called my daddy, you know, and they came and rescued me, but I put up with it. They didn't know for 3 months, you know, that this guy was taking my money and, you know, just all the things he was doing, but I put up with it. So I definitely can't say, oh, but guess what? Somewhere along the way, it was some lady at work, and I worked a corporate job, making the most money I'd made in my life at that time. And she was telling me how her husband was a lawyer and he was alcoholic and how he beat her every day until her kids, and she stayed because her kids graduated. She stayed until they graduated from college, and then she left. And to think that I was, you know, 1 or 2 months in, and I'm like, so if he gets me pregnant, I got to deal with this until these kids go to college. Oh no. So I had to figure, and I was scared, like literally scared. So like I said, some people deal with that before they even get to the motorcycle community. Like I tell people that all the time, like a lot of us are at home dealing with things before we get here. And so we may be, oh, she over there drunk in the corner. You don't know if she got beat before she got here, before her brother, you know, or she's communicating with a club brother in a intimate way, and now that caused problems for her at home. One of my old club sisters used to have to hide her rags from her dude. She broke her ankle. She went through 2 or 3 different things behind him. So you just, like I said, you just never know before we get to the clubhouse, or before we get on that bike, or before we get in the car, what we're dealing with at home. So yeah. So I just have no judgments. I just wish what it is as far as awareness and advocacy, we could push further, even if it's health issues like PCOS. It's like we're okay with just life being the way that it is. I thank Direct Sister because she was very open and honest with my mother about how to get her health care together. My mother's now been able to take care of body ailments. She went and got a cortisone shot today. But had they have not had that relationship going down to Galveston and having that conversation, then she would not have felt comfortable enough to talk to her about health insurance. That's simple. That is absolutely simple information. But that's when you're in a relationship, you could talk about those things. And my mother tells me all the time, your ex sister got me some good insurance. And my mother still, she's taking care. She took care of her ankle. She's trying not to get a shoulder replacement, but if that thing got to be replaced, she definitely will be able to now, and she'll be able to afford it as well. So, like I said, people advocate in different ways.
But there's got to be more to these relationships that we're building. It's got to be more to motorcycles. But it's not just motorcycles. It's any atmosphere, fraternities, golf, basketball, football, anything. There has to be more to it, because guess what? At some point, you're gonna get old, or you're gonna get tired, and you've done all this motorcycling for what? You've made all these connections with these people for what?
Right.
There has to be a higher purpose than just going out to enjoy yourself because it's something you love.
Right.
That's a hobby. That's great.
Because the popularity don't mean nothing.
Right. You should love it, but you have to be giving something. You have to be giving instead more than you receive. Like it has to be more. There's too many people losing their lives. There's too many people dealing with mental illness and high blood pressure issues and homelessness and anything else, when you're surrounded by so many different people that probably can help you figure out the answer, help you figure out something, point you in the right direction to some kind of help, some resources, something. You come in contact with too many people, like there should be more to it. We should be doing this to better ourselves as a whole, not just bettering one person, not just bettering a couple of people.
Yeah.
I don't care who I come across, who I meet. I'm always the same loving person to everyone. I always have the same, resources and information for everyone. I don't care who you are. If I know something, I'm going to share it.
Yeah.
Because it may help something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to withhold information because you done made me mad, or someone you're cool with done made me mad. No. I'm not.
Yeah, you help.
Now we might not be cool. We might not talk. We might not hang out. But if I know there's something you need, or I know there's something that you're looking for, if I know, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, and that's why I'm so grateful for the Texas All-Female Ride. I'm so grateful for the direction it's taking. I'm so grateful for how it's going to affect us as women. How do you help if they don't? That's really a personal choice if people don't open up. I personally, how I look at it, domestic violence awareness. If for me, I can't go tell the next woman what to do in her relationship, but what I can do is go raise awareness. What I can do is go raise money. What I can do is be a listening ear when I'm approached, because it's something I'm talking about. When it comes to PCOS or heart disease, or really, like I said, the really big one right now is Alzheimer's and dementia in aging parents. So someone may not open up about my mother is losing her memory all the time. We already know that she's going to end up with some type of Alzheimer's or dementia at some point, probably in the next 15 or 20 years. I'm hoping more like 20. But whether it comes tomorrow or, 10 years from now, 15 or 20 years from now, making sure that, there's information out there and awareness out there for those, because we may be going through it. She may be going through that. So just continuing to advocate, deal with it. How do you bring it up? I don't know. How do you?
My question is, if you're aware of the situation, how did you find out about the situation? If it wasn't brought to you, if someone else brought it to you, but you have an answer, I would say the same person that brought it to you, give them that bit of information that you have so they can take it back to whomever they're talking about the situation for. In my in my experience, a lot of people open up to me. So I don't tend to have issues with people not opening up to me, but I'm very non-judgmental. And I believe that goes a long way because just like you said, we deal with things before we even make it to the motorcycle set, and then you get there and you see these people are drunk or belligerent or going off or X, Y, and Z. And most times, 9 times out of 10, what I've seen is people will laugh it off or, oh, look at them, they drunk, they blah, blah, blah. And my first question is why?
Right.
My
What's
first
wrong with
question
them?
is always why.
Yeah.
It's no matter what it is, my question is why. Well, why is this person doing this? What happened to make them do that? And generally, I usually go ask. Or, I'll talk to him like, hey, like, are you okay? Is there something you need to talk about? Are you cool? I like, even if I know beforehand because someone else may have told me, I always try to go to the source.
Yeah.
And get there and get there whatever is going on so they can tell me firsthand. And then if I can help you, I will.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, not everyone is comfortable with opening up to just anyone. So
Right.
if someone is telling
they
you,
don't open up to me, and that's fine. That's just because of my delivery and how I am. But I'm glad that they go to her.
Yeah.
She's very, caring, and she can handle it better than me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be all, oh my God. So and so broke their toe. Like, no, I'm right now. The lady, the sister that we saw in Tulsa that broke her toe. That's why she was in the car. But the red hair, she bought that trike. Yeah. She said, She said she broke her toe. I was kind of butthurt about
had,
it.
like burns on her legs and stuff. Girl, you can toe yourself up.
Yeah, I was butthurt about her breaking her toe for about 20, 30 minutes. Like, damn, but that's just how I am. Like, I take on people's things.
And
like,
I used to be that way, but the thing is, you can't help anyone taking on everyone's
You're right.
because
and I ain't Jesus.
You don't have
because he took on everyone's, everything.
Yeah, so. But you have to have space to be able to still function and think. And if you're taking on everyone's emotional stuff or whatever it may be, like that weighs you down. And so I used to be just like that. And I'm really working hard not to be that way because I find that I can help more if I don't.
Right.
But from my experience, if there is someone telling you about someone else's situation, maybe you give that information to the person that's telling you so they can tell that person in that situation. So
yeah.
And they may or may not, but that's really your discretion. If you feel like you are able to approach that person and just be like, hey, like,
what's going on, chick? Come on, direct. What's going on, chick? That sounds just like you. Like, that's how it's got to be sometimes. And people may not feel comfortable, and then they just might fall apart in your arm.
Yeah.
Oh, I broke both big toes, or whatever the issue is. Like, it will come out. And some people are just not going to talk about it. People say that I'm too deep, that I go too deep, that come back up here to the surface. I don't look that far into it or whatever, but that's just who I am. I look at everything.
But that's deep. Important.
And so understanding that I'm willing to go deep with you, with the understanding of just don't, fuck me over, screw me over, in that going deep. Or screw, well, yeah. I realized I said the F word and I was trying to correct it.
Oh.
Just don't screw me over, or, be open about what's going on with you.
You know what Monk's Corner?
No. What happened?
We had a new website visited from Monk's Corner.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Someone from India visited our website.
Oh, yeah, they did. That's crazy. Okay, I was like, Monk's Corner, what happened? Like, there was the Buffalo shooting over the weekend, and there's a lot of things going on. So I'm like, please don't tell me something else is happening.
I just happened to see it.
Oh, okay. And then I don't even have because I was so trying to decompress from Tulsa, I don't even have the full story of the Tulsa, Buffalo, not the Tulsa, the Buffalo, New York shooting. So I saw the people and I saw who they were, but
I saw that there was also another shooting in California too.
There was?
Mm-hmm.
When?
Over the weekend.
It is definitely a warm season. Y'all, just pray for us. Yeah. Just pray for us. I'll call you after the show cut up. Let you know.
You need the tissues cut up. The onions will be cut. The onions will be cut. But I don't know what next week's topic is.
I was about to say, look, we still decompressing. Our anniversary is this weekend.
It is.
Somebody's getting all you can eat pizza.
As soon as I remember.
Yeah, we're gonna look at that magazine with the one lady. You threw it in the trash. That was a dope magazine.
I think I might have.
And then we're gonna do a volunteer activity that morning. She actually just texted me back a while ago, so I'm gonna hit her back up. So we have been married 3 years, legally. Married 3 years. What'd she say? Girl, why she want to hug? People just,
why do you have to be like that?
I don't be trying to, what is the hug gonna do? It's gonna make me cry about.
That's the point.
Like,
it's supposed to make you feel better.
I know.
And crying makes you.
Well, I'm gonna cry when I get off the run.
Did I read it or was it a TikTok video? I think I read it somewhere about how crying cleanses the soul.
It does cleanse the soul.
It does.
It does.
I've been crying a lot less lately, you guys, and I'm so ecstatic about it because I used to cry every day. And so just not being in that place anymore where I'm able to not cry every day, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, I'm proud of my wife's growth. Like, I saw your TikTok yesterday, or was it a reel? I saw your reel.
Which one?
When you were walking and talking about hustle,
no.
Because we had a conversation a few months ago, like she was concerned if she got a job, then she wouldn't be, a job where someone else, working for someone else, that she wouldn't be focused and hustled, and she didn't want to lose sight of that. Girl, how about it? I've definitely taken 2 doses of anxiety medicine today, double dose. So yeah, we got 4 of them working today. But what was I saying? She threw me off.
Hustle.
Yes. So my wife was concerned about losing a hustle. Well, she didn't, and I was so proud of when I saw that TikTok, because hustle just means you stay focused, you grind, you grit. Like, you don't give up on it. Like I said, we talk about
I'm gritting because I hate this job.
Yeah, and I definitely don't care for the side hustle. It just gives us what we need. So I'm not, like, I literally work on the processes, and if people don't give me the information, they don't give me the information. And I continue to write things down and research from my phone. My own businesses and what I need to do to move forward with that. Texas All Female Ride. If you do not have your information, if you have not registered, please go to www.txafr.org/register. Go get on there, take a look at the packages, get your hotels booked. The booking link is on there. Reserve your rooms. This is going to be a dope event. Have a feeling once K92 gets a hold of it for real, it's going to really boost out there. But we are definitely excited about this event coming up. We will be raising money for a women and children's homeless shelter. So that's going to be really dope. I'm really excited about how things are progressing with the Texas All Female Ride and what it is we're going to do going forward, especially when things happen to us motorcycle women, whether it's, down to something as simple as, hey, we need to give out a motorcycle scholarship to a class. Just different things that we, are able to provide women with. So I'm excited about what we're going to bring to Dallas next year. I've been wanting to do this activity for 4, going on 5 years, and we're finally going to do it. And it's going to be great. And I'm so excited. I'm going to sound like that night. And I might walk around with a romper and heels on. I am so excited. So, yes, I am excited. This is going to be great.
Side note.
What?
Our website is launched.
Oh, okay. So what's the website?
TheMTSnetwork.com.
TheMTSnetwork.com. So I need to go look at that.
Yes, because on our website, you can find our brands like Taboo Black Ink.
Okay.
You can find our new brand, Outlaw Baddie. There's a lot of good stuff on there. You can see previous shows and episodes of Me Too Sis, previous episodes of For the Record. But, which I think is my favorite part, you can create a profile.
Okay.
And you can create groups just like Facebook.
Oh,
You
okay.
can participate in forums. You can upload pictures and videos, and it's just like a social site,
Right.
but it's for women, and it's not ran by a man, so it's not going to be policed by men. It's regulated by us, and
Okay.
it's a very non-judgmental, safe
Uh-huh.
space. So I'm really looking forward to the growth of our website. I'm looking forward to thank you. I'm looking forward to um, women being able to have groups that are safe
Yeah.
and they don't get shut down for X amount of reasons. I know there's a young lady on my that I'm friends with on Facebook. She is the owner and the creator of the Yoni Box, which this group has been deleted and recreated at least 10 times. And it's her brand. It's something that she, has created herself, and she's had people steal her name. They've built their own groups trying to pretend like they're her. They've done all these kinds of things. Like Facebook has shut her group down so many times because this group was created as a safe space for women to talk about whatever it is they want to talk about, just connect with one another. So I reached out to her and I let her know about our site, and I'm really hoping that she creates her group on there so that way she doesn't run into the same issue, so that she can really have a safe space and not have to worry about it being shut down because there's too many members or whatever the case may be. So I'm really glad that we finally got that together. So when you get a chance, go check it out. And if you create a profile, you can use the code Gorgeous22 and receive 25% off of an order of whatever it is if you choose to order from our site. So that's another highlight for this week.
Okay. So she's got all the highlights.
Yes.
And I don't.
I've been working hard.
Let me just tell y'all, my social media pops after every event, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the love, the respect, the intuitiveness that people give me when it comes to the things that I'm posting. And honestly, it's probably a meme that I've had since January or February. And I'm cleaning out my meme box, y'all. I'm cleaning it out. Like it is, I'm almost there, not a Yanni box, my meme box. And I'm just, oh my goodness, I think I'm up to like the end of January. So y'all will definitely be getting some good memes and encouraging, and maybe some terseness in there. So please don't take it as me being terse. It's just something I thought was funny at the time. Like,
what kills me is she is the only person I know that deletes all of her pictures on her phone. The only person I know. You take all these pictures to post it and then delete them.
Yeah, I post them and then delete them.
So what happens is social media crashes.
They're backed up in my Google.
Google only has a certain amount of space.
Right, I switched Google accounts. What do you mean? Don't play.
You just gonna keep creating Google accounts?
No, I have 50 billion accounts. I'll buy more storage. I switched to my business Google. That's where it's backing up right now.
Y'all, it just takes me out. Because then you gotta go to Google and search for a picture
that
you deleted that you know you needed.
I know about what time frame. As long as I know about what date or remember like what I was doing, I'm cool with that. But yes, I do. And it's backed in the cloud. So
cloud only has so much space too, because you gotta pay for that to extend it too.
I got Google. I didn't just switch. That's all I know about is Google.
Yeah, we were on our way home from the rally, and she's in the front seat deleting pictures, and I'm like, "You just take them."
Mm-hmm. I got what I wanted out of it, what I needed for it. It backed up and Google, and if it didn't, oh well. Yeah. I mean,
meanwhile, I have close to 20,000 pictures.
I'm not doing that shit. And then I'll be like, "Hey, do you have this? Oh, I don't know where it is."
Do you know that you can make the album, the gallery, small and go back to the time you did?
Yes, I do know that because I've actually done it. I'm like, what is this month, year, whatever? So yeah, I know that. It's like on Google Photos.
Yeah.
So that's just my way of doing things.
I'm just not deleting pictures.
It's okay, and I will. So continue to get the memes and the stories and all of that. That's just me clearing out because I'm trying not to I downloaded like 5 memes today, but I refuse to post them because I'm in January. I'm a chronological person. I'm linear, so I got to get them out the way. The ones I will keep, I've got hearts on, like one of our pictures. So I'm excited about this weekend, though. I'm excited to get what I want, and that's a lot of time in television. Because we're not moving all of our big stuff until Memorial Day, so we might just pull the big TV in the room and just hang out and veg out on Friday night.
Who's moving that TV?
Okay, are we moving the bed?
You gonna blow up them blow up chairs over there?
The bed, because we definitely are unplugging Friday night and Netflix.
You're unplugging? I was possibly
on Saturday and Sunday. We're watching TV. We're doing on Netflix. Then don't worry about it. I'll Netflix and watch TV and eat popcorn and chocolate.
Yeah, because you're going to let me do it.
Yes, it's our anniversary. Like, we're going to straighten up a little bit and we're going to get our... Yeah.
That's work. Hey.
How does that work? If we have to pull the bed out, we have to move some things around. Let's straighten up.
Not really.
Well, Disney, yeah. That's my anniversary gift, to straighten up and to Netflix and to get a business plan. So. Well, it's one plan.
Is it?
Didn't we come to that agreement earlier?
Oh yeah, we did.
Okay.
I know, Cut Up. I
What'd
know.
she say?
She's not gonna let me be great.
What'd she say?
I'm unplugging.
She need to unplug.
Every anniversary thus far, she has gotten what she wanted.
And then definitely she's getting what she wants on Saturday.
Oh yeah. Yes.
She's getting. We're going to volunteer.
We're definitely making it mandatory.
So some networking, and then we're definitely and the networking will be business wise, so it'll be worth it. And then we're definitely going to go.
Whatever the name of the place is that I can't remember.
Eat all you can eat pizza. As long as they have thin crust and salad, I'm okay with that. What is it, like $25, $30? Like food on the child?
$24.50 per person.
Gee, oh, you remember that, but don't remember the name of the restaurant.
I don't know why I don't remember the name of the place. I even tried to Google it and I couldn't find it.
It's okay. I'm gonna find you. Look, did you check the email?
I'm gonna look at my history.
I'm gonna say check your email because you had to reserve it.
I know. I don't know which email I reserved it on.
But you threatened me talking about we going here.
We're gonna figure it out. We got 3 days, 2.5.
Do you remember? It was in South Lake.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I googled pizza places.
South Lake. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of the same thing. But yeah, all you can eat pizza in South Lake.
Yeah.
It's gonna pull up CC's, and it's gonna pull up that restaurant.
That's why I didn't put that in. I was like, I'm not looking for CC's.
Well, it may have pulled up CC's and that restaurant.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm just actually, I'm just gonna look at my history on my laptop. Okay. From when I made the reservation. I don't know, because I looked on the calendar because I thought maybe I had put the reservation on the calendar.
I knew you was going. Why does she have to do that kind of stuff, y'all? Why? Point out the obvious. But tomorrow.
At this point, you just need to make this a muscle shirt.
Tune in tomorrow for the record, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, with co-host Dollar Bill and Pastor Logic. I don't remember what we said the topic was going to be. I guess I got to research tomorrow because I don't know nothing about Texas.
I actually read somewhere that Texas has the highest book ban in any other state.
I heard that before I moved here.
Texas is so stupid.
Well, if y'all get out and go vote and vote for progressive ways and progressive ideas, then maybe some things will change around here. Because I'm going to definitely have a problem if they go back on the same-sex marriage. Because then we just going to jail, y'all. Like, it's not very much that I'm worried about, but I definitely would go back to jail. I'm not getting divorced. And they can't know my marriage.
Back to jail?
I'm not going to jail, but I'm saying, like, that's something that I would go to jail for.
I'm just moving.
Then we got to move out of Texas.
I don't care.
Oh, shit. I don't even know where we would move to. We done got established here. Where would we move to?
The MTS network is mobile, so we can move anywhere.
Well, yeah, but the Texas all female, right? Ain't?
We might have to change the name to something else.
Nah, I ain't doing.
But
it might be the nation's all female ride.
Nationwide is on your
Whatever.
side.
Look at her, Oklahoma. Actually, you know what? But it snows in Oklahoma. I just thought of it. Fuck no. And then we ain't going nowhere. It snows. I'm telling you that now.
How many other options do you have?
Every other southern.
Exactly. Exactly.
They ain't gonna take it out of Louisiana.
I'm not moving to Louisiana.
Why not? What the hell? Why would you not move to Louisiana?
Because I'm not.
Oh, the food is great.
Yeah, but
I want all the food and the shrimp and the seafood food I can get. So you not move to Louisiana?
No.
Why not? You ain't even got no reason.
I got a lot of reasons. It's just gonna take too much time to talk.
Girl.
About. So I just know I'm not.
So we would have to go back to the north?
Who says we gotta go to the north?
I don't go nowhere above the Mason-Dixon. As much as I hate the South, like the values, I don't want to go nowhere where it snows. No. I dealt with snow for 35, 36. I can't. No more. Not dealing with no more snow. It was so dirty. Once she found out how cheap it was to live in Kansas City, she was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Man, if we moved to Oklahoma, that would not be good. My mom would be at a casino all the time. She would come up just to visit us, just to go to the casino and ignore us and then come and hang out for a little bit and go back home. Like, that's how that would go. She would not be playing.
Because she definitely wasn't trying to leave the casino at all.
Saturday night. So what? Then guess what?
We had to sit in the casino with her.
I already knew. Or we could have sat in the car. And I didn't want to sit in the car. I was asleep.
Wouldn't. First of all,
this is me on the slot machine, y'all. I've been doing this with my mama for a long time. So I already know when she doing her thing, because she always waits on me. So I'm like, this is the one thing in life. Be right there. She either buys me food or she buys me beer. Well, she give me money. I either buy food or I buy drinks. And then ain't no point in rushing her. Just sit there and wait on her. Somebody walk by, I can tell he was a little messed up, a little intoxicated. Gonna walk by talking stuff about me sleep. I was dead at him and went right back to sleep. Like, I'm not about to rush this woman. We was how long was we sitting there? I was asleep. I was asleep. We was messed up from the. There she go. What she say? Leave me alone. Mama Summerlin was outside, y'all, because I kept telling them. I said, y'all, I know my mama. I don't know about too much, but one thing I do know about her is the moment we hit Oklahoma state line, the casino was gonna be in the sketchy out. Period. Point blank. She might walk around on Tulsa on the Black Wall Street rally in Greenwood District, but I promise you, and everybody kept saying, no, she wants the cake, she wants the this. No. Michelle wanted Osage or whatever other casino she could go into. That's what Michelle wanted. I already knew it. That's why I kept saying she ain't worried about no cake. She ain't worried about no edibles. She worried about the doggone casino. And what was she worried about? Casino, 2 nights in a row. We went out kicking it. She was out kicking it. She's been doing that for at least 25 years.
She didn't even realize it had rained.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't even think I realized.
Yeah, because remember it rained and we walked outside. It rained before we even went to the casino. It rained when we were at the last place we was at before we left. Yeah, it rained, and then when we left the casino, she was like, "Oh, it rained."
I don't even remember it raining, y'all.
Using there playing hard.
Yeah, she was.
She said she wanted both. Don't be speaking for her.
Oh, she wanted both. But she didn't care about that second one. She worried about them casinos. And she kept saying, Kate, no, lady, you was worried about them slots. But we are going to go ahead and wrap it up.
You know what? That's what I was going to do. I was going to look to see what next week's topic is.
Yes. So while she pulls up next week's topic, tune in tomorrow for the record. We're talking about the Texans book ban. So I'll be doing some research on that. Again, y'all pray for me. Cut up. I'm gonna call you when I get off the phone, and then you can.
When you get off the phone.
I mean, when we get off live, I'll call you on the phone when we get off live. Let let you know what's going on. All right, so tune in with us next week. Meet the
I don't think we have a
Subletts.
topic, so that'll be interesting.
Oh, so we're gonna do a
I'll figure it out
popcorn
between
topic.
now and then.
Oh. You know what I think we should talk about? Marriage. We haven't talked about that in a while.
Okay.
It'll be our 3rd anniversary. I can't believe we stayed along together this long.
I can't believe you still alive.
I can't believe you still here.
She said she had fun all weekend.
Yes, it was really motivational.
Her and Mama Juice.
Man, Mama Juice is the stuff, y'all. She is. She just be. She's what she say. Her legs are swollen up like canned biscuits.
Canned biscuits.
Canned biscuits, and it's so funny because I could relate at that moment. Like my stuff was swollen up too, and I hadn't even got on the road.
Well, first and foremost, how do we know she said that? Because her phone was on the phone mount in the car, and Mama Juice texted her letters were so big I was able to read it from the back seat.
Don't do. What business does she have that's top secret? She ain't got no top secret.
She can't have no top secret with her words. That
yes. Man, so take care of yourselves, take care of your bodies, take care of your families to the best you know how. Love your parents, love your children, and love everyone around you. You never know what's going to happen to you. Yeah. So, see y'all next week at 7.
She said large font. Why is your mama like this?
Right.
Okay, you guys. Bye. We're going to see you next week.
Later.